Now to talk about home gardening, and our good friend Sally Cunningham joins us live from Boston. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning. I'm in plant heaven here in Boston, New York. This is one of the most famous gardens of the National Garden Festival. This one in the South Towns, owned by Mike and Kathy Shadrack. And as you look at the big picture, there are just hundreds and hundreds of daylilies and hostas and every other kind of perennial. It's a place you're going to want to learn how to get here. And here's my friend Kathy, and I'm going to ask her a little bit about her collection because she's become famous over many years of plant society work as a true expert in irises and daylilies. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Sally, and welcome to Smug Creek Gardens.
Thank you. We've been friends for so many years, and I'm so proud of what these folks have done here. I want to ask Kathy, what are the things that people don't get about daylilies?
Well, Sally, the thing that I think frustrates me most is that people confuse daylilies with lilium. Now, the Latin name for daylily is Hemeracalis, and that means beauty for a day. Daylilies bloom over a succession of days. Each individual bloom only lasts for one day. So every night, we take every single bloom off this garden, and we put the garden to sleep. A lilium blooms for a long period of time. It blooms and the bloom stays on. Now, every morning, in this garden, it's Las Vegas.
It's Las Vegas, I know. I mean, it's just what these people live and do is amazing. Thank you, Kathy. And the other thing about daylilies is that you can have them blooming from the end of June right through mid-August. So even though each flower is a day, the rest of them just keep going. And I've come down now to the king of Smug Creek Gardens, Mr. Mike Shadrack, who's known internationally for his hosta expertise and the encyclopedia of hostas. And here we are in a garden that also features hostas. Good morning, Mike, and what's the deal about hostas?
Good morning, Sally. Hostas are really good for this part of the world. They love the severe winter. They go dormant for a few months. They recharge their batteries. And then every spring they come up like this beautifully. And because you don't buy them for the flowers like you do daylilies, because you buy them for the foliage, they're good in the garden from late spring right through till fall.
And as we're looking at this garden, first of all, I want to tell everybody, you can come to this garden as an open garden for the next few weeks with the National Garden Festival on Thursdays or Fridays, but you can also come to this garden next Friday on a motor coach tour with a guide who happens to be Mike himself, who's taking you to a lot of other great gardens. So that's next Friday. And, well, there's so much else going on. But what about the tour? What's special about that motor coach tour?
Well, we're going to 5 private gardens. That's going to include the biggest daylily collection in Western New York and a garden up by the lake which has got more perennials than you could even count.
Yeah, it's just astounding. Now, coming up is, thank you, Mike. Coming up, besides all of these motor coach tours and the open gardens coming to this garden, I want you to know what you're going to do next weekend. Remember, I'm your calendar girl for the coming weeks ahead. Friday, the motor coach tour, tourists and guests. Saturday, we have the Cape Inn Garden Walk. We have the Hamburg Garden Walk. We have what's growing on at Urban Roots in Buffalo. Get out to some of those garden walks. And Lockport Garden Walk. And also on Sunday comes up the South Buffalo Garden Tour. So you see, there's so much to do. I just want us to be tourists in our own yard. Let's get out and celebrate all these gardens and gardeners that are giving you access to these works of art that are their lives. This garden was started, they owned the house for 9 years now. They really started building this hillside in the last 6 or 7 years, rock by rock, even these walls that I'm sitting on. Mike himself stacked these walls, the pea gravel path. There is so much to see. So join us, nationalgardenfestival.com. Find out what to do, and I'll see you in the garden.